Hey Capricorn, how you doing? Come on in, sit for a spell. We're here to do your bonus read. The cardinal signs really pulled it through for the channel last month, and so we're going to make sure that you get a little something extra in appreciation with this bonus read here. We're just going to tap into the energy and see what message wants to come through for you at this time. We don't have any parameters around this read, just trying to put our finger on the pulse of what is most important for Capricorn to know at this time. I did see 22 come in there on the clock, so I do feel like something is coming into alignment. I feel like it's an opportunity or a special person that you're coming into alignment with, and whatever this is, it's an activating moment, it's a moment of power, and it's also a moment when you take control in your life, like you take the reins in your life, you step up to the plate. And I do feel like there is some leap of faith you already took here, and there is a need to have some spiritual guidance come in for you at this time. It's almost like desiring some kind of affirmation that, you know, there's the support is there. I leaped, I did it, you know. Am I going to find a soft place to land? Are you going to hold me in the palm of your hand? Okay. And I felt very drawn to pull out the Archangel Tarot and also the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards for you. So we're going to tap into that energy a little bit. But first I want to see what the general message is, the general energy signature with the Kipper deck here. Been very drawn to the Kipper deck recently. And I'm normally not drawn to this deck, so I find that a little bit fascinating. There might be something you start to feel drawn toward that you're normally not drawn toward, and there's something about this that perhaps is piquing your interest, or it's providing some kind of clue, a point of further exploration. Privileged lady. Ooh, I like this energy. So you close some karmic cycle, I feel. You finally saw something that you weren't able to see before. It's like a blind spot got lit up for you. And maybe you recognize some things that were keeping you back from the desire to have more of the good stuff in life. It's the recognition of hard work, of being really true to your path, and feeling like it's time to see the fruits of those labors. It's time to see the result, the outer result, immaterial reality, for all the inner work that's been done, for all the demonstrations of faith and endurance that you have really been exemplifying here for a while, for quite a long stretch of the road. And I do feel like you took a leap of faith. There's something you did take the risk to jump into. It could be you jumped into your blind spot. You really risked something that maybe you viewed as giving you some kind of stability, and it was sort of shaky for you to take this risk, and yet you knew that the only way you could get to the good stuff in life is if you push this envelope. I feel like whatever you did here, you will get the opportunity to see the way creating that space is going to pour back into you. It's going to create an opportunity for you to have certain doors appear before you that you never would have had a chance to walk through before, because now you're ready to step through those doors. It's like a real recognition of your worth, your value. There might have been a real young part of you that got activated. You might have faced a lot of fears as you prepared to step through this door. It is coming in with the energy signature of the moon. So there's something here that's a bit of an initiation. And while it might be dealing with a very mundane area of your life, we know that spiritual stuff is going down in the marketplace. There really is no separation. This is Earth School. So I do feel like you faced a fear here. And with that, we got Courthouse. This is coming in with child. Give me some more information about this. So I do feel like there's a matter that's sort of being weighed out in spiritual court, since I felt so drawn to work with the Archangel Tarot and also the Goddess Guidance cards for you. I feel like there's some ruling that's being made here. Maybe you were facing a bit of a spiritual test to free you from fears of lack, fears of poverty, fears of making do with the bare minimum. There's something about this. I do feel like it's something that rocked your foundation a bit. What's this crossing energy here? The Lovers. Ooh, the Lovers. It's not your first time taking a big risk. You took a big gamble in love too, it looks like. I see you're really moving out of this space of sort of tolerating the bare minimum in terms of your romantic experiences, your romantic relationships, and also your financial stability and how that's created, and sort of what you've previously viewed as your duty in order to secure this kind of like stability in your life. You're wanting something more, and I think you've recently been working through a lot of issues that have been with you for a very long time, certain fears that you've had that have held you back from stepping into the full potential of what love and romance and true connection can really be for you, and what it really feels like to be supported by another. And this may be you're finally ready because of some kind of recognition of your worth and value to step into a significant connection. This may be on the other side of leaving behind a very serious committed relationship, marriage in some cases. You knew you wanted more. You just felt like you wanted something more. And I feel like that's a test you passed. It was really tricky. You had to overcome an influence that it could have been very easy to sort of stay in your security zone, right? But I feel like whatever you released here, it opened up the avenue for a connection for the books. I mean, that's how it's coming through. This could be something that really has a powerful effect on you. So I feel like you're not going to be in this place anymore where you have to kind of go it alone. There's somebody who's really here in your corner. And that message has come in for you before, I feel, about not wanting to have to go something alone. And you're coming out of lack in regard to that, just feeling like you always have to face something on your own. And maybe that was on the other side of extricating yourself from a relationship where you felt like you were never having your cups filled. It was always you pouring yourself out. You were the one who always nurtured the connection, right? So I feel like there's some kind of test you passed in that regard, and this is making a meetup possible here. You haven't come across this person yet. This is somebody who's entering your sphere. I also feel like you're coming out of a sense of lack around your finances and around what work has to look like in order for you to have financial stability. And you could have taken a risk in this regard too. So I feel like this is where you really took a big leap of faith. You've had a couple really big leaps of faith that you had to take here, and you've sort of been in a holding pattern, like wondering, okay, you know, I took the risk. So where is the new avenue? Where is the new path? That's what I feel. The change has already happened, and you're in that tricky zone right now where it's like everything's still a little uncertain. It's like you're waiting for the final verdict, I feel. So let me see if anything else wants to come out here, and then I'm going to dive into the Archangel Tarot to see what kind of guidance the angels want to pull through for you, since it seems like you're wanting sort of like some kind of affirmation, spiritual affirmation, and this is landing right in the lap here. So what is this? Yeah, look at this. We have thoughts in reverse and community in reverse. So you broke away from a particular group of people, from a particular arrangement, something where you were feeling very trapped. And you've been wondering, you know, when, you know how it's coming through? It's coming through like Rose on the Titanic and her meeting with Jack. Like when am I going to have that kind of romantic sort of experience? Like, I don't know. It's something about like romantic ideals have always kind of fallen flat and left you in a situation where you felt in some way you couldn't really experience the full expression of your love, or even have the freedom to really take up your own space within the relationship. And you could have really had to move out of a comfort zone when you moved out of, it looks like, a significant relationship, or maybe even a group of friends, a group of people that you had been really close with, but something here had become confining, and it took a risk. But this had everything to do with you valuing yourself more, okay? So you're wanting to know, like, thoughts, hello, spirit, 11:44 on the clock. So what's the verdict, you know? I took the risk. I valued myself. I got myself out of those prisons of the mind. I faced my fears. What's coming in here? Let's have a look at it, okay? And see what wants to present itself. And I hear Ted dancing outside, so let me let him in. You could have somebody who wants back in. There could be somebody who was in the doghouse, so to speak, and they want back in. They want back in. Okay, so you might get a visit from one of those people that you did distance yourself from. You need to go out here. Okay. They may kind of just like swoop in. This could even be somebody swooping in to get a little information from you before dipping back in again. I don't know. It's got like kind of almost like a mediator kind of energy, or somebody picking your brain or wanting to know your thoughts. Maybe there's somebody who wants to know your thoughts, and they're sending somebody else in to talk to you to find out like what's going on with you. I could see this with an ex, or with like a friend group that you distanced yourself from. Like there could be somebody fishing for information because they no longer have access to you. Okay, you might notice you have somebody coming around that hasn't really been around in a while. Very interesting. Cut of the deck. Well, first of all, I want to give you a confirmation about the risks you recently took. With the Empress coming in here with the Six of Gabriel, which is like 6 wands energy, you're going to have a very successful outcome here. The steps you took were based on growth. They were based on knowing your value with this Empress energy here, and they will produce a lot of growth for you. And now here comes the dog again. The dog's back on the scene. Okay, go ahead and lay down, baby. Lay down, Teddy. Lay down. Okay? If you're gonna be here in here, you gotta be calm. Lay down. You wanna back out? Hold on. Come on, Ted. Watch out. Watch out, babe. Okay, come on. All right. That's the energy, Capricorn. Okay? So it's like somebody wants to come in and out, like they want like a revolving door kind of situation. And, you know, when you're in need, they're completely MIA. That's what I feel. And when they come in, they probably bring their fair share of disruption into your sphere. And I think this is something you do need to be mindful of. So you might already know from that description what character this is that's about to make a reappearance. They're going to dip in and out, you know, they'll attempt to. But a lot's changed with you. You've overcome certain challenges, and I don't see you really tolerating this energy. Also, you have other things to focus on here. It seems like it's a distractionary energy. So do expect the distractions to pick up. And it was 15:22 on the clock when I brought that in. And we know 22 is a number coming in for you, okay? So yeah, this is somebody who's maybe hungry for your energy, right? They used to power up off of you. That's what I feel. Could have been a codependent dynamic. It's a distraction, okay? It's a distraction. So do protect your peace. Do make sure you have good boundaries around time that you need to pour into yourself here. And whatever you're growing, okay? It's time for action here. You already have some things you've been ruminating on. You have some plans you want to set in motion. It's time to set them in motion. These things will grow. They'll open up doors of opportunity for you. They'll pay off in more ways than one. The more that you start to take action in the direction of your dreams and your visions and this plan of action you've had for quite some time, the more you're going to see the growth occurring in your outer reality, even as you start to feel more full of life within yourself. There is this indication here that creativity will be rewarded. So the more that you kind of push your comfort zone and what's familiar to you to sort of branch out into that area of creative expression and approach your life in partnership with spirit and just bring your inspirations to life, maybe even moving in a more creative, inspired direction, you will feel the justification in taking that risk. Okay, I feel like it's something that'll really pour into you. And you're about to have some luxurious experiences because of abundant resources. Through doing something creative, through doing something you haven't done before, or doing something that is a little out of the norm for you. It's a big success for you. And I think you're going to get accolades for this. There's going to be congratulations for a job well done. I feel like your work will be really well received. And once that project launches, I feel like there's another one on the way. So you're entering a real creative cycle here. And you're definitely leveling up in the work arena, okay? So where you've been concerned about your financial stability, do look for this energy to really gain momentum here. And there's something here that looks like it was a test that was passed and very well. And so you got a promotion here on planet Earth. Things are about to get a lot better for you. A lot of growth ahead. And just really feeling more like you're back in your essence, more like you are back in that place of overseeing your life and also being in a place where your energy is very magnetic and you're able to draw the right kind of experiences on your path because now you're actually a match for those kind of experiences. There was something you needed to release, let go of before you could come into alignment with this. So this all around looks very good, Capricorn. Okay, and that came out very quickly. So what's up ahead? We see that Archangel Michael is coming through for you in relation to this action you just took to create some distance from the problems of the past and what was holding you back. And there's confirmation here. Archangel Michael is saying that you're reaching the light at the end of the tunnel. And no, it's not an oncoming train. Okay, so allow yourself a moment to just exhale. Just exhale, relax, and let yourself start to make new plans. Because now there's a lot of space that's been created. It looks like you've released something significant. So give yourself some time to really consider what you're going to plant that's going to make that garden grow, okay? There could be relocation or a very significant journey. I feel like it's a journey of transformation. First of all, this is a very important chapter that's opening in your life. But there could be a very important trip you need to take too. It could also be that a trip you take leads you to a decision to relocate somewhere that maybe you've never visited before, but you go there and you just really resonate with the land. And you're like, yes, this is where I belong. And I feel like you're moving forward, and you're moving forward by your heart, okay? Your heart is leading the way. And it could be too that you end up connecting with somebody at a distance, and your heart wants to be with that person. So it does require you to kind of maybe pull up anchor and venture into unknown territory, be in a whole new community of people, experience brand new things and brand new connections that come with it. But it looks like there is a committed romantic relationship coming your way. And if you are currently in a romantic relationship that's been dealing with some troubles, or somebody's been very indecisive in and out and they haven't gotten their shit together, I feel like this person is addressing matters here, and there's a way to get to the good stuff, okay? Maybe you had to go through a wall of some blockages, some tough stuff, some old shadowy stuff, some unhealthy patterns that were carryovers from previous relationships that you both needed to sort out. All I know is you got somebody heading your way, and the angels are saying they're going to sweep you off your feet. Also, there's a lot of situations and communications and information coming in here that's going to like get the butterflies going, you know, get the butterflies going in your heart center. I don't know why I got that. It's not in the gut, okay? It's not like a nervousness. It's like more of like, ooh, it's time. It's time to come out of the cocoon. It's time to really spread my wings. It's go time. It's time to fly. And it could be about getting on a flight too, to go somewhere. And this could involve a relationship. This could be really sealing the deal in a romantic relationship on a trip, you know? Ooh, 22:33 on the clock. Absolutely. There could be something that's being orchestrated here, okay? Bumping into a soulmate on a trip, or there's some kind of connection here. Going on a trip with someone to heal your connection. It's really interesting energy. But there is healing here, and there's protection. There's protection for this journey ahead. So I feel like you're safe in opening your heart to this person. This person could be an artist. This person could be a Jack type. Maybe there's a reason why that Titanic message came in, okay? They could be an artist, okay? They could sketch. They could be a painter. This person's very romantic. They're also dramatic, okay? They don't do anything halfway, and they can be really sensitive. I'm picking that up about this person. Like, sometimes they get really activated and they take things really personally, and it's just because they have a tender heart. They're extremely introspective. This person is always like running everything through the filter of their initial impressions and sort of trying to decipher what that means. And they also consider their own actions in depth before they take action. This person's extremely poetic. The way they talk, it does things for you, okay? And I do think they have some sweet words to communicate to you that are going to get your heart fluttering. Really beautiful energy. One more cut of the deck here. Did I do a cut of the deck? I don't know if I did. Let's do it again. Okay? So it's divine timing. And right now it's the balancing act. But you've already pulled off a couple pretty big feats here. And I do feel like this is getting ready to jump through that portal of transformation that is being lined up for you. I really feel like this is the build-up to the energy that's going to come in with that ring of fire, the new moon in Aquarius on the 17th. There's something there where your Stargate opens for you, and you will find that though it may have seemed impossible to hold your horses, because I do feel like you've been waiting a long time to have a pathway open for you, when you see what lines up here, you'll understand why you needed this time. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that you're going to need to be in a very balanced place to step through this opportunity that's lining up for you. This door comes with a lot of responsibility. It requires that you have the ability to manage multiple things at once. I do feel like there will be a lot on your plate, but I also feel it will be stuff that you feel really engaged in, excited about, enthusiastic about, but it will require you to have a balance that maybe is something you're working on right now, okay? So I would say up until that new moon in February, work on this bit. Just getting yourself really balanced, balancing your schedule, and making room for changes that are up ahead, because a lot's about to shift for you. Justice is coming on through for you. There is something that is being determined in your favor here. You're overcoming the challenges of the past. 26, 22 on the clock. And look at that. It comes in with the 8 energy. So that's 8 with the 22. There could be a Leo connected to your situation as well. I think that you took a stand for yourself. You wanted things to be fair. You've dealt with a lot of inequity. And you're finding this, even playing field now because of the result of your risks you took here. And judgments are in your favor. So don't give up hope yet, okay? Because everything's about to turn around for you. And I do want to get one round of the Goddess Guidance cards coming through for you, just to maybe help you focus your energy right now as you prepare for these opportunities to start to come your way. Look at that. Green Tara, bottom of the deck. This is really about getting ready to step into a period of time that's going to require you to move into action. It was 27:17 on the clock when that came in. So that's coming in with the South Node energy of Virgo. This very well could be in relation to your work, your daily routine. And this is something that is meant to come into alignment for you. But you do need to start delegating, all right? So there's a lot that you need to get organized here for what's coming up ahead. And that's why there's a little bit of this space. So use it wisely and use it to also get yourself prepared to step into this kind of role. And also be willing, where you need extra support or where you could use a little bit of the energy you've extended to others being returned to you. Reach out. Ask for the support you need. Even if that's just asking for people to give you time and space to yourself, to not be pulling on your energy or not demanding things of you, because you just need this time to kind of take a breath before this busy period opens up in your life. Okay, Goddess Guidance coming through for Capricorn, please. Yeah, this is beautiful. Just keep your intentions focused. Pretty soon you're going to see that what you aimed at has hit the mark here. And you must keep your thoughts in that place of focus. It's so important. Don't let the insecurities start to bubble up to the surface. Don't let any of the old tapes start to run that make you doubt yourself. Don't go to a place of fear, okay? Just really stay in this place in trusting that you heard the guidance accurately, that you took the right actions, and that you will hit your target, okay? You will hit your target. And this is you really stepping into a position of empowerment here. It's really good. And I feel like there's a lot of improvement on the home front for you. I also see there could be a significant Sagittarius or a Taurus in your situation. Leo energy came in as well. We had Libra energy come in too. I feel like this is time for you to really open yourself up to receive. There's so much that wants to come in to nurture you here, pour into you. And everything that's about to come in for you you'll know the next step to take. So don't get too far ahead of yourself. There's almost like this worry about, well, what do I do next? Just allow yourself to just open up and receive a little support right now from spirit too, okay? And you'll find that this is going to increase your intuition. It's going to give you more energy. And it's also going to increase your capacity to be able to pour into these projects, pour into these opportunities, and pour into, it looks like, a very special romantic connection that wants to come your way. Okay? I like it. On the cut of the deck. Ooh, Isolde. Undying love. Ooh, this is one for the books. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So, I mean, I feel like this is a really special soulmate here. And this is about you really creating a sacred space for yourself to be ready to receive this soulmate. This doesn't have to be somebody you already know, but this could be a soulmate you sense. You sense that you have some undying love coming in here. You feel it. And you're not incorrect about that. Just because you don't see it showing up doesn't mean it's not there. It's almost like, I feel like this is a case where there's two people that are really feeling each other. And this is a magical connection too. It's a very spiritual connection. So there's something about just really trusting the actions you've taken and also aligning with the guidance you need to give you that sense of just inner security. So you can sort of soften the defenses and open yourself up to receive all that wants to pour into you here. You might want to go and visit a power place. This could be somewhere in nature that you go there and you're really able to feel connected to your guidance, to your intuition, to the messages you need to receive. This can be through creating that space within your home, also protecting that space for yourself, to give yourself this sacred space that is this pause before all of this opens up for you. But whatever this is, it's truly beautiful. 3232. Big changes coming in here, but it's a firm yes. It's a firm yes. Yes, in your favor, and that wheel of fortune is about to turn. Again, Sagittarian energy. So there could be some kind of key there. There could be something about traveling a distance, moving a great distance, something coming in that's making you a lot more optimistic about how life's going to roll out from here on out. I'm excited for you, Capricorn. And I believe if anybody can pull it off, it's the Sea Goat. So, Godspeed.